If I could ask you, please, Stephen, for the opening blessing. Thank you so much.
Certainly. Please take your awareness to however you perceive God. If you still to understand or know who or what God is, and then please just allow these words to wash over you. Divine and infinite Spirit, great consciousness of all life, in which I refer to as God is time. As we sit in the space where we are at this time, no distance miles between us, as we are connected as one through your love. And as we take our awareness to our own breath, here you are. As we take our awareness to the beating of our hearts, here you are. As we take our awareness to celebrate this time that we share together this morning, in unity, in friendship, we allow those dear friends that have merely taken that step before us to walk amongst us this morning, so that we may not just hear words of inspiration or words of comfort, but that we may feel their love through those words, as we are soulfully connected as one. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Stephen.
You're
Beautiful.
welcome.
And so, friends, if you care to, just join in by saying the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thine will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And leave us not when in temptation, but deliver us from all evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, for ever and ever. Amen. Thank you all. Now we will have our first piece of music for the morning, if you please, my wonderful assistants. Thank you very much, Colin and Fran. You'll all be very glad to hear that I was on mute while I was singing along there, so you can rest assured. So, without further ado, please, if I could hand over again to Stephen for your reading and address for us this morning. Thank you, Stephen.
Forgot to unmute myself there.
Yes, don't worry. It's the Monday seance. Are you there? Can you hear me?
This is something that was inspired by my soul to me. And because it was given soulfully, I hope in some way it touches your soul. It carries your mind to a place where your mind can be inspired by your soul. As everyone is unique within this world, your soul will speak to you uniquely in your own way. This is called the Spirit Within. Walk with me, walk with me. Take my hands. Can you hear me? I am the silent power within you. Talk to me. I hear your prayers, your thoughts, and out of the billions of people in this world, we together are unique, and together a one and only beautiful you. The voice that you hear is your own. I am that higher consciousness within you, living a silent power of expression. If you nurture me, that silent sound, my voice, will echo onwards through your life like ripples in the water that can touch your mind and carry you. Take my hands, and embrace me. My voice can be your freedom at will, from the chaos from within your world to where we can be still. A true power that will show you only truth, because I taste the essence and the sweet nectar through the power of life that carries you. Through your eyes, I see the beauty. Let me share with you. I can see what a moment holds, a sacred space where time stands still. But yet through my eyes, you'll have the time to see and take in the beauty and do nothing but fulfill. I can see each and every moment that time holds no boundaries upon. The innocence that is yours, as every moment is new. My prayer, my wish is to love you. As you grow to know me, your power, your sensitivity grows, and there are no bounds from worlds apart, as then it's possible that you are able to feel your loved ones that have gone before you, but through me, because you have been spending time with, praying and speaking to me from the heart. The love that is shared will stay with us forever, as together with their love that touches us and nurtures loves the mind, the soul, we can see these as memories that we can forever hold. These through our life are the jewels of the mind that we can access and share at any given time. As we come together and become one, life holds no boundaries through the power of love. You see the wonders that are within you that goes beyond any logical word. and life that we are yet to discover and find. And you will feel the peace and gratitude as my love fills your mind. We can take in the wonders of life and the power as it unfolds before you and share and bask within the gratitude and fulfillment and growing to be aware. It is a forever unfolding journey where they are the gifts of the Spirit that will never fail to help you see all the purities in life because you're sharing it with me. The love that goes beyond physical emotion we can share. You hear me now. You hear me now. As time comes around from birth until now, you have begun to awaken and listen to that silent sound. As we walk this life together, we, as well as those you love, will never be apart. As long as you spend time with me, nurture, love, speak to me, pray from the heart. I love you. Excuse me. Excuse me. When we look within the depths of emotion, where is the emotion coming from? Is it driven by fear, or is it driven by love in the soul? Because I believe that the soul knows what it wants to achieve in life. It knows how to do it. When we look at mediumship, it's a natural expression of the soul. And the soul is a Greek name for psychic. So everyone's got a soul. So everyone's psychic. But the more time we get to spend with ourselves, our soul, comes a recognition, a perception upon life that your soul wants to show you. It wants to bring those dear friends, those loved ones that have taken that step before us, close to you as they hug your soul. A soulfully embracing experience lies within you. I saw a nice quote on Facebook yesterday, and it says, if with a pure mind, a person speaks or acts, happiness follows them like a never departing shadow. I think that's true, and it kind of touched me because it's what the reading spoke about a minute ago. Because within our thoughts is a screen of experience, which is the mind. And we have an opportunity every moment and every day. It's not easy, but to create something beautiful for ourselves upon that screen. A condition, if you like, for what thoughts will follow depends upon what you impress upon the screen of your mind, or what you allow others to impress upon the screen of the mind. Because we know we want to be there for our friends, our dear friends. And obviously just now, it's quite difficult with the pandemic that's happening. But guess what? If this is possible here and now, which how many services, demonstrations have taken place over the internet, it proves There are no boundaries through the language of love, and there are no distance through that language as well. As your loved ones, it's possible for them to come and touch the mind of the medium, to carry you all, not just the person in which the contact is for. That has that potential. That means that our friendship that we share, brotherhood of man, if you like, which is one of the principles in spiritualism, we're all connected where there's the language of love. And sometimes we may be blind from it because of the fear, or just naturally life gets upon us. But guess what? Those memories that I mentioned within the reading are accessible. I can prove to you just through words at this minute in time that you're more beautiful than you can ever possibly physically imagine. If you can try and measure a thought, it's quite difficult. How many times within those memories, how many memories have you got, have you had? Memories still to come through your life that has brought you joy, happiness, and embraced you with that soulfully embracing experience. May it be a hugging your grandchildren, children, mum, dads, friends, yourself. How many times through your whole life have you touched and changed the lives of so many people with that rippling effect, like a pebble in the ocean of life? It can send ripples that can touch the lives of many on one day, even now as we sit here at this time. The symphony of that sweet song that your soul has sung to touch someone else. They're living that. It's beyond measure of the uniqueness of you, is there's no one else in this world that is you, and that makes you unique, and a very small part of what makes you beautiful. And now, all that I have said at this time, all that I have read within that reading, all the memories that you have within you, try and measure that within one thought. Proves to you that you're more beautiful than you can ever possibly physically imagine. And with those words, I hope in some way there's a seed that's been planted that has touched your soul in some way, that can touch the mind. And now it's up to you to nurture that seed, to love yourself, to allow that soulful embrace to grow, the relationship between the mind, the body, and soul, to cherish forever and ever. So with those words, I'll thank you for listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, Stephen. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and picking up on so many of the energies that are abundant at this moment about self and going within. So yeah, absolutely, so apt. Thank you to you and your inspirers for that.
Thank you.
We now move on to our second piece of music for the morning.
that's all you've got to just be strong. And it's a fight just to keep it together, together. I know you think that you are too far gone, but hope is never lost. Hope is never lost. Hold on, don't let go. Hey, hold on, don't let go. Just stay one step closer, put one foot in front of the other. You'll get through this. Just follow the light in the darkness. You're gonna be okay. I know your heart is heavy from those nights, but just remember that you are a fighter, a fighter. You never know just what tomorrow holds, and you're stronger than you know. You're stronger than you know. Hold on, don't let go. Hey, hold on, don't let go. Just take one step closer, put one foot in front of the other. You'll get through this. Just follow the light in the darkness. One step closer, put one foot in front of the other. You'll get through this. Just follow the light in the darkness. You're gonna be okay. And when the night is closing, don't give up and don't give in. This won't last, it's not the end, it's not the end. You're gonna be okay. When the night is closing in, don't give up and don't give in. This won't last, it's not the end, it's not the end. You're gonna be okay.
Wonderful. So, Stephen, sir, if we could hand over to you now for your mediumship. I don't know how you work. Do you, if you get drawn to the person, or if you just want to give the information and then see if there's a response?
Yeah, sometimes there's a bit of both. Usually to start with, I take my awareness to the spirit world and just to see what happens, really. Usually I open it up, if you can understand the information, and then please give us a wave, and it will come to you. And so let me just surrender my thoughts and allow them to drift so they could be carried by those that love you at this minute in time. Okay, the first sense at this minute in time, as there's someone blending and coming close, I know I've got a gentleman here, and I know there's a lady as well. I feel this is mum, dad is the sense that I have, but I know they're grandparents also. That's what I know. I feel as they come close at this time. I know I get like a wonderful feeling of gratefulness and gratitude is a sense naturally. I get the feeling here as well. I feel as if the daughter is a lady I want to speak to, as my awareness has been taken there. I know here. Okay. I get the feeling as if there's either a few issues happening within their house at this minute in time, or there's things being changed around. That's what I feel, as if we're looking at changing maybe the kitchen or looking at changing things. That's what I feel. What I feel from them to the person that I want to be with. And let me just see if I can get a little bit more from the gentleman here. I know as he comes close to me, I get the sense of breathlessness. I get the feeling, I know the lady's coming close too. I know with the both of them, they come together, they hold hands. I know with them as well, I feel as if they just fall asleep, is the sense that he gives me, the gentleman gives me, as if I just fall asleep is the feeling and when he drifts to the spirit world. I know there was someone by my bed, but I get the feeling like as if someone missed my passing also. I'm just going to offer this out of Brother Don. Can anyone understand any of the information that I've given there?
If anyone can understand that, you can raise your hands either electronically or on video. Those of you who've got your video switched off, please be aware that we can't see your reactions.
So we've got Kyle and Kalpan. Okay, then turn on your video as well. There you are. Okay, and we've got Kyle as well. Could you understand everything that I said there?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. I'll speak to you just a little bit more. You don't mind if I work with you? That's
No
okay.
worries, thank you.
Okay, good. Get the feelings of certainly the gentleman and the lady. They come close. It's like mum, dad is the feeling that I've got here. I know here's this sense of gratitude and thankfulness. That they show me an image of a red rose touching my thoughts here. I get the feeling as well with one of them, my awareness goes to my stomach area also. Get the feeling this just wasn't quite right there. You see, and the digestive system
Yes.
wasn't working properly, you know. And I feel at that time there would have been a bit of pain that comes along with that. But I know here as they come close that it's pain no more. That's what I know, that's what I feel. And I want to give the comfort to the grandchildren also. There must be grandchildren too. Because I get the feeling as if they're either at the time when they pass, or I get the feeling as if it's like, where did they go? How have they gone? Is the sense that they're mentioning at this minute in time. And I get the feeling as well as if there's a dog that comes close also. Where are you? You've disappeared.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, there you are. So the whole screen changed around there. There's a dog that sits by my side also with my trusted friend. I get the feeling that the memories that they would have is with the grandfather as they come into the house and he's sitting there and he's reading the paper and I've got my trusted dog by my side. You see, that's what I feel. And that's I know here as well as if there's certainly naturally want to spoil the grandchildren, as if there's sweets, but he talks about mint sweeties, pan drops or something like that.
Right. I'm not sure about the mints.
Okay. Someone's showing me mint sweeties in my awareness. We'll see if we can get back to that in a second.
Okay. I can take the mint as for the stomach, you know, the mint leaves and things like that.
Ah, okay. Maybe that's what it is then.
Okay.
Because I just seen the sweeties and then I saw a mint sweetie. Okay, so if you can understand that, and then that's great. And see where we go. You know, I want to give great thankfulness for the comfort for those that were able to be there with me. But I know there's someone that's either overseas is the feeling that wasn't able to come. You see, would that make sense to you?
That's right.
So I know I want to give the comfort to them, as we know that thoughts are living and there is no distance. It's the thought that counts. So I know those thoughts have been received, but I want to take away the sense of them feeling guilty of not being able to be there on time. That's what I want to do.
Okay.
When you see with one of them, I'm not sure if it's the grandfather or the grandmother, as they come close, when you understand is that the lady, I feel as if I had a little bit of arthritis in my hands, the arthritis in my fingers.
She did start, but I wasn't sure if it's in her hands.
Okay. I'm feeling it in my hands here.
Okay.
Let me see. But you know, with her, she grows weak as well, though. She
That's
grows
right.
weak. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
That's what I'm feeling like then. So I know here as well. I've got my hands back. Would you understand? Is there someone? Is it with them? Someone has like a fondness of Elvis Presley.
Yes.
Yeah, good. So I get the feelings if there's the music and
The
want to
music.
dance here as
That's
well,
right.
as if I can dance in the spirit world here and now. And there's someone I feel as if it would be maybe your grandfather or their grandfather or father would have like two left feet, you see. I don't feel as if she'd be the best dancer, you see. And then she's taking the Mickey out of him in some way. And I know here it's the banter that's going back and forward here just to bring a happiness to you. Just to
Yes.
say
You
we've
would
not
like that. Exactly.
we've not lost this.
Yes.
Because I just know to bring that to you again, and this is what we want to be remembered by,
Yes. Thank you.
for bringing that happiness to you. And you see, with the lady, is there someone here? Bear with me. Is there someone here that's either been doing embroidery or she did embroidery?
She did embroidery.
She did embroidery.
Yes.
Okay. But I feel as if someone would have like a one of those up in the wall somewhere also.
There were some paintings with embroidery. That's right. Yes.
Okay, good. So would you understand there'd be one with a ship?
Vaguely. Yes.
Vaguely.
I see.
Okay.
I'll have to think about. In fact, it was in a lounge. Yes.
Okay,
It was
good.
a ship. Yes.
Good.
I can see the
So
cross stitch on it.
and you see when let me just. I know here as well as the sound of music touches us, you see. I
Yes.
know here as well as if she wants to sing, or I don't know if she had a good singing voice then, but I feel she's got a good singing voice now. That's what I
Okay.
feel. And I feel she wants to, it's either she's already connected to you through music, you
That's
see.
right.
There's a song, or there's a song that's been sung, or music that's been played that brought them alive within your mind, your heart,
That's
and your
right.
soul. And I
Correct.
feel as if we're dancing there. That is what
That's
I
right.
know. I know here as well, just before they slowly take just a little step back in just a minute. I know that they hug you. I feel she wiggles your ear. I don't know if there's something to do with an earring or someone has her earrings
Yes.
as well. And I know here as well with them is somebody or there's little pieces of jewelry that's been given. And I know
That's
if
right.
you hold that jewelry close, and there's necklace as well. If you hold that close, is that sense that brings you closer to them, you see.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that that will give you comfort also, as they join you there, to give you the strength for you to be strong, a strong mum, I want to say. And
Okay.
as they mention at this minute in time, because you're coming, if this is my words and trying to say it, it's like you've come from good roots, you know, because you're their daughter, you see. You've come from a good place and you have that strength within you. That's what they give me the feeling of.
Okay.
And just before I go, was it one of them, or is there somebody having like been a little bit dizzy or dizzy spells? I feel
Yes.
something with blood pressure touches my awareness here as well.
Spot on. Yes, that's right.
Okay, good. So just know here, give me the feeling of being free of this now
Okay.
also. So with that, I will leave them with their love, and I'll thank you and I'll thank them for being here. They're quite happy. They're clapping themselves in some way
Oh,
as if we managed to do it. You see, they got
lovely.
excited, and I just know that they'll be you'll be your own medium with them. That's what I feel.
Yes,
I'll
that's
leave your
lovely.
love
Thank
with
you
them.
very much.
You're
Bless you. God
welcome.
bless you. Thank you.
Let's see what else we have here. Okay. I got a younger gentleman touch my awareness, do feel as if he's a father as well. When he goes to the spirit world, that's what I feel. I feel here as well, like, certainly like a young dad is what I know. I get the sense as he's slowly just blending with me just a little bit more. I get this sense of pride that comes with me now, and a sense of achievement in what he's been able to see in life, is what I feel he's trying to mention at this minute in time. I know as well, as he comes closer, it's like I want to say, we'll get to the person in a second, but I just know he wants to say, it's like, you have never done me no wrongs. That's what I know he mentions here. I get the feeling as if there's the thoughts whoever want to connect to, as if either they've gone through this, is there something I could have done more, is there something that I could have changed to stop this from happening. There's the feeling that he's given me at this minute in time. But I know I want to say as well, is this as if we're slowly overcome that, or we're overcoming it. That's what I know. Bear with me to get a little bit more factual evidence in a second. But I know here there's a feeling within him that either feels a little bit guilty in how he goes. There's this little guilt feeling within him because it's like I left. I know it was sudden as he passes to the spirit world. Is what he mentions at this minute in time. I feel here as well as if I'm coming to the right hand to my screen. I'm going to ask Pamela Wilson. Can you understand any of this at all? Just wave yes or no.
No.
Okay, that's fine. And then I'll just open it up. Can anyone understand the information that I've been given here? Whoever I want to be with, he's mentioning that the gentleman here is mentioning books within my mind. And I know here as well, he talks about another gentleman that's slowly coming closer within this space. But I feel as if there's been a family Bible that's kept also, a family Bible that someone remembers as well. I know as well with this, okay. For the first gentleman, I feel as if either someone would know his mum or someone would know his partner or something like this is the feeling that he gives me, the first gentleman. So I don't feel as if it's immediate, but I know the second gentleman that's coming closer mentions the family Bible that's kept. I feel he's more with you, you see, is the feeling that he's given me. I'll get the feeling as well with him. I'm stuck between the two, the younger man and the older gentleman. I get the feeling with this younger gentleman, I feel as if I'm going back a little bit of time, and I get the feeling as if either brothers in the spirit world is what I feel. Brothers in the spirit world is what I sense. So the younger gentleman that comes first, I feel as if it's going back some time, but this second gentleman gets to meet him. I just feel as if there's either brothers there, close there. I know there's uncles I want to mention as well that's touching my awareness at this minute in time. I also feel as he comes just a little bit closer to me, I know here a yellow rose is something significant that he wants to mention. I know as well as if someone would either plant it, there's someone else coming close because there's loads of them, but I know it's either someone plants a rose bush or plants I feel like a rose bush in their memory is what I'm trying to mention here. So I'm just going to ask again, can anyone understand any of that information? We have Kyle. Okay. Hi, Kyle.
Hi, Stephen.
Can you understand all what I've said there? Or most of it?
You've mentioned many different people, but yes.
Okay. Good. And you don't mind if I work with you?
That's okay, thank you.
Good. Let me just see who's coming close first within this space. Okay. I get the feeling he's here. Would you understand with a younger man in the spirit world, but I know as if I go suddenly, you see, I go quickly, but I feel there's this, either someone may carry this guilt of like why or how did it happen? Could it have changed things?
I think so, yes.
Okay. I feel as if he wants to mention his mum as well. Yeah. Because I get the sense his love is there. I know whoever I'm talking about will either have a piece of clothing of his, like a jumper of his, because I feel as if she holds that close, and there's a sense of aftershave or the sense of smell that comes close as well, as if someone's held that close to them, you see. I feel as well, and we understand when I mentioned brothers in the spirit world as well.
Do you mean literally brothers or somebody like a brother of mine?
Let me see where we go then, because you know it's where the love is. You see, it might not always need to be genetic. I just get that sense of brothers in the spirit world, and it touches my awareness here. I get the feeling here as he comes close to be with you. I know with him, as if I get the sense of his breathing must have been laboured at some point as well, or it just wasn't quite right, because he takes my awareness to my chest, my lungs, you see. And I know as he must have like slowly drifted to the spirit world, but I feel there's something either quick or quite quick near the end, you see. I get the feeling as he comes closer now, and I want to say to you, there's something about he's trying to mention of don't worry, don't worry. He gives me the sense to say. I get the feeling as well as if, you know, would you understand someone in his family or someone close to him would either have a tattoo done in his name, or it's a tattoo that's significant within the family there. Could you understand that there?
I actually don't know.
Okay. You mentioned something to do with a tattoo that touches my awareness. Let me see. I know here as well, with him, the gentleman, I feel that was a brother to you in love. I get the sense with him, he gives me the sense, like a sense of humor is what he gives me, you see. And I know here he wants to like either joke with you, play with you. I feel here as if he wants to either pull your ear, certainly, is the relationship that you have with him, you see, and that's what you remember him by, is just that relationship, you see. Because I get the feeling with him as well, as if I feel as if within your house there must be things that have been moved around.
I don't actually know.
Well,
I'd have to take notice more. I haven't noticed anything.
I just feel as if he's been trying to move things around in your house and as well. But I know with you as well, again, it's like you're your own medium as well. You must have smelt the smell of smoke, you see. That's what I feel.
did.
You did.
Yeah.
And I feel as if he's trying to say, it's like, that was me, you see, he mentions.
Okay.
And I feel here as well, and again, there's the smell of aftershave as well. So I know the sense of smell is there for you to recognize, to acknowledge the spirit world being close. I feel here as well as if wherever he lays or wherever he is put to rest, if I can use those words, it's been difficult to get to. You see, it's quite difficult to get to where he is, you see, to pay your respects, to be there. But I know that he is close to you now, and distance doesn't matter, as it was mentioned before. I get the feeling I get the feeling to say also with him, again, he's pulling your leg, and there's he gives you a little jab in the arm. Would you understand him is it him himself that's either, did he have a motorbike?
Yes, he did.
Because I get the feeling as if I'm like in the spirit world here, as I get that song or that feeling to say like I'm born to be wild, comes to my awareness, and that's him.
Yes.
That's him, he says, and that's what he is remembered by. And I know here as well, the closer he comes to you, the friendship that you share deeply, not just within the banter, there's no separation there. You know that, because I know that he's already been able to touch you within your dreams. I know that you must dream a lot of others in the spirit world, so I know that they're there for you as well. But I do feel, just before we go, if we look at photographs, there must be, you must be able to recognize or acknowledge people that I have talked about in the spirit world, that it must be either within your possession or something.
I don't have any personal photos of these people,
Okay,
but I understand all the information.
okay. There's some, please know there's something about photographs, or there's research to be done. I know that must be like a newspaper clipping that comes to mind as well, but I feel as if I feel as if I'm famous in some way. You see with the brother friend, would he have been on the newspaper?
Yes.
Okay, because I feel as if I'm famous, you see, in his own way, and it's just, that's just him. So he's the closest and the strongest to communicate. Please know there's others there that have touched our thoughts that you know that are there, and that's what matters. And bring them close to your heart, and they'll certainly carry you where needed. And I'll leave their love with you, and I'll thank you, and I'll thank them at this time.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Yes,
You're
there is a
welcome.
reference to him being famous since he passed. He had 2 girlfriends when he passed,
Oh,
and they both came to the funeral.
okay.
So that is true. Thank you.
Take his love. Thank you. Let me see who else is here for us. Okay. I have the feeling here. Okay. Whoever's joining us at this minute in time, I know I want to talk about a lady, and then there's more again, but I know I want to talk about the order of service that's been kept, and I know they're either kept together, is the feeling that they give me. And so that I feel as if there's more, and now they're kept together is the sense it gives me. I get the feeling here as well as there's something to do with the remember me, and there's something either within the hymns that was used, or the music that was used, that is like either their favorite song, or that's what I feel they're mentioning at this minute in time. I get the sense of this gentleman, as he comes closer. I know with him that get the sense of he must have been a smoker at some point in his life, but I feel that that must have taken effect upon him, and may have been the influence that kind of helped me along to the spirit world, is the feeling that he gives me. So there must be issues with the lungs there with him. I know as he comes, just that little, I know as he comes, I get the feeling with him. I want to talk about a grandfather, and I want to be with a granddaughter, is the sense that he gives me here. And I know he mentions being proud. I know there must be a lady here. There's something about sewing stuff that's been kept also. I want to mention here sewing things that's been kept, and from them. So I'm just going to offer this out. Can anyone understand any information that I've been mentioning here? The gentleman in the spirit world, I know must have been a smoker at some point, but I know he takes my awareness to my lungs. Certainly, it must have taken effect or had a hindrance upon his passing, that kind of helped him along to his passing. I know that there must be more than one order of service kept together of their funeral. You see, the celebration of their life. I feel there must be more than one that's kept together. Okay, we have Marion Wallace. Hi,
Hi,
Maria.
Stephen. Hi,
Hiya. Can you understand all what I've said there?
yes. The only thing I can take the order of service. I've got all the details of the service and the order of services. I've got the lady. The Remember Me is a poem.
Okay, that's
It was
good.
actually a card that we found after my mum passed.
Okay.
And the gentleman with the lung condition, he did smoke, but it wasn't through that. But he did pass with lung condition,
Okay.
with bad
Okay.
lung.
Bad lungs. Okay. Let me
And
see where we
the
go.
sewing stuff, I have a cloth of my mother's that she never finished.
Oh, okay.
So I've got that.
Okay. And then you don't mind if I work with you then?
No, that's fine,
good.
thank you.
Good, good. Because I just know as well, see, Christmas time, I feel when we go to Christmas time, I know that we're certainly remembered there. That's what I know.
Yes.
With her as well, because I get the feelings if she mentions a photograph that sits by your side, or it's certainly within vision. I know that must be one of like the family photographs all together as well. You see that's what they're mentioning here.
Yes.
But I feel as well as if how I want to mention like a collage of photographs as well. I'm seeing
Yes.
photographs behind you, but I'm
Yes,
not
I
sure if
know.
that's the ones. But
Yeah, no, but I've got, yes,
other
I can
ones
see
there.
that. Yeah.
And I know if I go into a drawer there as well, there must be others that are kept too. And I feel
Yes.
as if we go inside an envelope there. And would you know as if someone has their birth certificate?
My mum and dad's, or my mum's, yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
It just feels there's these things all kept together here, and the sewing things, and get the feeling here. She mentioned it was you that mentioned the cloth that she never managed to finish. I know that she said, well, you said that you have that. That's correct, isn't it? But I feel as if it's. You must have either contemplated, even though it might not be finished, you must have contemplated of hanging that up, putting it on the wall.
Yeah, I thought it would be nice getting it finished.
Okay, and again, with the gentleman, would you know as if they must have passed round about Christmas time?
That was my grandpa.
That was your grandpa. Okay, good. Because I just know he's coming close as well, and he mentions the Christmas time and the celebration that we share then. But I feel as they come close to you, naturally, obviously, things that are happening in the world just now, but I feel as if you've kind of felt separated from everyone. You see, I know that they acknowledge that feeling, and maybe go to Christmas time as if it's. I know I want to talk about happy memories, and there must be photographs as well of them together at Christmas time too.
Yes.
You see, and I know as we bring those memories to thought, to mind, I know that she comes close. I know that either you would have her ring as well. You're wearing her ring, good, because she comes close to say this. She squeezes your hand tight. But I know that she would have lost either the use of her hands, or they just weren't, just didn't have the strength in them, you see. Because I know again now she holds your hands tight, she has that strength back. I get the feelings if she mentions your arm here. I don't know if you've had a jab or had an injection somewhere.
Years ago, I have.
Well, I don't know if that's it. Let me see. I don't know if it's too easy to bring to mind, but I might be. I feel as if it's maybe something more to do like with the virus that's happening just now. You see, I feel as if that's either there soon or it's coming soon. That's what I mentioned.
I can't get jabs. I've got loads of
jabs.
allergies. I've got too many allergies.
Okay, maybe that's what they're trying to get to, and then that was me that placed that wrong there. Okay, but I just know that's what they mentioned, something to do with a jab, and then there we go. I know here as well. Did you understand? There's no, it's a common name, but the name of Mary touches my mind as well.
Yes, yes.
I know that Mary must be here in the spirit world too. Yes, because I just feel that closeness. I know here we come as a family with strength to naturally to lift you up the best that we can at this minute in time. And I know here as well as if there's something to do with either you just been fed up with the TV. You see, it's just like
Yes,
there's nothing. Okay, nothing on it. Just fed up with it. I just know they've felt those emotions. They've seen those emotions, and I feel here as well as if they mentioned there must be like a family video somewhere as well. And
I
as
have
if,
them all here.
okay, good. And now it's a time to look through them, you see. And I know there must be one of a wedding also.
There is.
Yeah,
There
because
is,
I just
yeah.
feels that just if we look at them and the TV being
Yes.
rubbish, then now's a good time to bring all that alive. Because I know that because your awareness and your happiness was within them, with that, it brings your awareness naturally closer to them, you see. And it's just like a meeting place where they'll meet you halfway and they'll do their very best to sit and laugh with you. I know there's something to do with the speech as well at the wedding that must be on there as well, you see.
Yes.
Because I get the feeling as well as if to say that, and I feel as if it's my mum and dad's. Would that be correct?
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
Good. So with their love and their strength, they put their hands upon the side of your face gently and softly to wish you the best night's sleep there just now, because you have a few niggles going happening in your back, you see, and it just knows if they're trying their best to give you the healing, because although there might be communication happening here, there's an intelligence as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if you're starting to feel a little bit of a warmth on your back at this minute in time, or it must be coming there, just gently touching, a little tingle happening there. It's what they're trying to mention at this minute in time, or what they're trying to achieve, certainly. I think if you look at those videos, it'll bring back that happiness as well. And just before I go, would you know why they're mentioning, is it that program that used to be Happy Days, Happy Days?
Happy. Oh yes,
Yeah, I don't know if it's a favourite of someone there, but I just feel as if we're trying to mention that more than even just the words that it said there, happy days, there just now. So just know that they're there, and I'll leave their love with you. Thank you for working.
Thank you very much, Stephen. Thank you. Bless you.
You're very welcome. Good. Thank you. Is that me, Lawrence, or just I'm muted there?
Yeah, no, it's absolutely fine. If you feel drawn to go on, please do. If not, absolutely fine. Entirely up to you, my friend.
Well, we'll see if we can, if we've got enough strength in me to see if we can get another one for somebody here. Okay. The feeling that I have at this minute in time is a tragic passing, certainly is the feeling that he gives me. So I've got a gentleman here. I know it's tragic. I know as well, certainly unexpected, but I get the sense as if I get the feeling as if I didn't quite make it to the hospital, or is this feeling as if in and out of consciousness, or didn't quite make it to the hospital, is the feeling that he gives me. I get the sense as well with him. I feel he mentions as if I'm a son. I feel it's either somebody's son, or he mentions son here within my mind anyway. And I know here as well, I've mentioned order of services before, but I feel the order of service is certainly kept there as well. I wouldn't be surprised if in that service, or what somebody's service, there must be the hymn, How Great Thou Art, that touches my awareness at this minute in time. So I'm going to offer that out there. Can anyone understand a gentleman? I know it was tragic. I get the feeling as if it was in and out of consciousness. And I just feel as if it was quite sudden as well, you see, tragic. And I didn't actually make the hospital. There's this feeling as if we were trying to get him there and just didn't quite make it, is the feeling I've got. But it mentions the order of services are kept also. Can anyone understand this?
Mary Island.
Mary Island.
If you unmute, please, Mary, my darling. Wonderful.
Hi, Mary. Can you understand everything I've said there?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I can just hear you, no more. But I'll be able to see what you're saying if you nod and say no or yes, and I'll understand. So, but I get the feeling of the younger gentleman I want to say is certainly, and naturally before my time. And I know here as well, I want to mention a son also. Would that make sense to you there? Okay. I get the feeling as well. He shows me a tree for some reason. Yeah, okay, good. I just get the image of a tree here. I know here with him, I want to say as if he must have gone through difficult times in his emotions before he passes to the spirit world. He certainly gives me the feeling of difficult times and emotions at some point there. But I know I get the feeling as if I'm emotional now as he comes close, you see. I feel here as well, he mentions correct in saying he has a brother as well. And I feel you'd also have a sister. Okay, there might be more, but I just hear him brother and sisters. I know again he mentions photographs that were all together in there, but I know he mentions school photographs as well, you see. And again, we're talking about the memories that can be brought alive within somebody, and that brings me alive. And I want to talk about bringing the happiness alive as well, because I get excited again, something to do with Christmas time, naturally difficult because we miss those we love, you see. But I know I want to talk about being happy around about that time. And I feel here, I would be surprised if it was his passing, it was quite close to then as well. Would that make sense? Okay. Because I just feels that's why it's an extra why of why it's difficult around those times. But I want to bring alive the happiness that he feels, that people here are still able to celebrate, or he certainly wants people to try and celebrate him for the person that he is now, and not for and for what he was. You see, that's what he's trying to say. He's trying to say I'm happy now as well, and I want to imprint that upon everyone else. So because I know naturally there's this feeling of what could I have done more as well, you see, to try and stop this from happening. And I know he's just saying there's nothing that could have happened and nothing that no one could have changed. I feel he mentions it was certainly my time there as well. I know there's others here in the spirit world that he's coming close. I know there's more families and grandparents and that I just feel like a crowded room here. That's what I know with him. So I know he's in good company. I would be correct in saying that your mum is in the spirit world as well. So I feel he's close to your mum. He brings your mum close at this minute in time as well. And she gives me this wee smile, a smile here as well. And she's saying, I've heard you, I'm doing what I'm told. You see, I hope that makes sense to you. Because I feel I heard you, I'm doing what I'm told. I hold him close and I'm keeping him out of trouble. That's what he meant. She mentions here, keeping him out of trouble. But in his joking way, he says, I'm an angel, but he jokes this way, and like just pulling your leg in some ways, you see. And I get the feeling as well, and would you understand why someone would show me like a leather jacket? Okay, because I feel as if someone's either worn that or wears that jacket, or someone's put that on. That's the feeling. I feel as if it's like a hug as well. And would I be correct in saying that you would have like a cardigan or a jumper of your mum's also? Okay, might be possibly there. I get the feeling of a jumper, a cardigan of your mum, but I feel it's more like a knitted one. You see, that's how I feel. More of a knitted one is what she's trying to mention here at this minute in time. So just as I feel brothers, sister, the relationship and the coming together, I know that someone would have a tattoo, as I mentioned before, that I feel more related to him as well. You see, as if it's in memory and respect of him. I also feel as well when he mentions as if someone else has my name also, as if someone would have their in a middle name or something like that. I get, because I feel pride with this. There's something about his middle name, or someone has his name as their middle name. That's what I feel. And it's touching my awareness. So please know that your mum has him. Your mum holds him close, keeps him out of trouble. He says she doesn't. I'm an angel. She knows of the photographs of the brothers and the sisters. Brothers, sisters certainly touches my mind, but he comes close to you as well. And I know he mentioned something about, I know everything that's happening now, but you must have had your hair done recently, or thinking about getting your hair changed. Okay, good. So that's how close he is to your thoughts, and close he is to you. And just before we go, you would have a locket of your mum's as well, or a necklace belonging to your mum. I feel as well, as we look within there, there's something to do with like a baby as well. Would you have, bear with me, would you have, or would someone have like like a lock of hair belonging to someone? Okay, so that's what I feel. So I'll leave that within your thoughts, and I'll thank you for working with me, and I'll thank them as well for being here, the time that we've shared. So thank you, everyone, and back to Lawrence. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Welcome.
And I'd ask you all now, as we're sat here now, imbued and infused by that spirit energy around us, by inviting in spirit, that we just spend a moment just to think for healing for others, and think for healing for ourselves. And just as we go into a short space of silence, channel through that unending energy that emanates from the heart of all creation and is there to be used freely and at our will and our behest. Divine and infinite Spirit, we thank you for this time of healing, and we remember too that we are all healers, that each and every day of our lives opportunities are given to exercise that power, that energy, that love and that compassion to those that have a need. Amen. Stephen, beautiful service. Thank you so much. You're up in snowy Aviemore, are you?
Yep.
Oh,
I was
lovely.
actually snowboarding yesterday, I was.
Ah, great. So the trouble in the UK, we all want snow, but the minute we have it, everything grinds to a halt. But you know what, at the moment, are we going to notice? Very briefly, I'll just go over a quick couple of notices. Sunday evening at 7 p.m, Saturday morning at 9 a.m, we have meditation live on the church Facebook page. This Wednesday night, 7 p.m, live on the church Facebook, no, a Zoom meeting on Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. This is part of our Spiritualism Lyceum nights, and it will be myself talking, and the topic of the conversation is going to be the way forward. So we're looking at sort of 2021 in relation to our movement, our churches and centres, thoughts, ideas, a time of sharing to bring people together, and mediums, anybody who's connected with the spiritualism movement. Is just a time to air thoughts, air views, hear other views, and just share and combine that knowledge to encourage us and uplift us and take us forward. So that's Wednesday at 7 p.m. on Zoom. Next Sunday, we stay north of the border, and we have you in Irvine who will be taking our service on Zoom at 10:45. This afternoon, we do have a live service here within the church. Those who are local to the area, we are more than welcome to attend. And again, that's going to be taken by myself with the lovely Tony Goswell, who stepped forward to chair. Now, friends, just leaves me to hand back to Stephen for that closing blessing. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Please take your awareness to wherever you perceive God. Divine and infinite Spirit, as we have cherished this time together with you, as you have been within every breath of every person that has joined this evening, and also within the hearts of those that have joined us from the spirit world in celebration to bring to the forefront of our thoughts soulfully from our own soul that wherever we need comforted, where we find our breath, where we find our heart, we find you, we find love, we find each other in the spirit world also. And here we also find the strength that we bring forward within our lives as we move and walk step by step with you by our sides. Amen.
Amen. Stephen, thank you. Thank you so much for taking our service. I'm so
You're very
indebted.
welcome.
So indebted to people who give up their time in this fashion at this time. So thank you. Thank you everybody for joining us. As I say, if you would like, thank you Pam, JB. I did neglect to say our live services within the church at the moment are only Sunday afternoons at 3 p.m. Doors open 2:30 p.m. Again, please stay local and consider distances traveling. However, if you cannot be here physically, we do stream our services live also to view only on our church Facebook page. So have a wonderful day, everybody. I don't know where you all are, but all I can see is sunshine and blue skies. So get out there and enjoy it. All right, safely, obviously. Thank you all. I'll bid you all a good morning. Take care, lots of love, and we will all meet up again one day.